Alright, so the first thing that you're going to notice about this box is just how much cardboard you get with it. It is sort of your regular Elite Trainer boxes on steroids. So we've got our lid here. I've already removed the shrink wrap. Now this is actually an overlay. Go ahead and remove that. You don't need to keep it. There is our box lid, which has the standard generations, call it a logo with the Pikachu head outline, the 2 and the 0. You'd also see this in the penny sleeves that they provide in the Elite Generations trainer boxes. Same pattern with the 2 and the 0, except there's a lot of other Pokemon making up the shape of Pikachu's head. Now, like I said, cardboard 1 and 2. Goodbye. And now we have our good stuff, which comes in a standard vacuum form plastic protective casing. In here are all our booster packs, our Mew EX and Mewtwo EX promo cards, as you can see, and the figurine. And we'll be unpacking this in just a moment. Also contained in this, of course, is going to be your online trading card game code to redeem, which would give you the Mewtwo EX, Mew EX, and 10 Generations booster packs in the online trading card game. Now, first up, second up, we have the illustration collection for the Pokemon trading card game. I must say the artwork in this is fantastic. Now, I will not be opening this one because I have one that is already open and I intend to resell this as new. So at the end of the video, for anyone who's interested, there will be a part 3 where I go through the illustration collection and show you some of what is contained in there. It really is quite interesting. I even read it and I had no interest in it when I purchased this the first time around. This is my 3rd super premium box that I've purchased. So I've got 2 new books that'll be going up for sale, and then one that is slightly used. Get rid of some more plastic, and here we have some card storage boxes. These are longer than your typical Elite box sets. I'd say they are approximately 1.5 inches longer. And they come with 3 decorative covers, as you can see, for Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, all branded with the Generations logo. Now, one thing I don't understand about this set is why they left all this space. It's not useful for anything that I can find, and if you do decide to store cards in here, you pack up your box, and oh look, it all shakes around, which is never a good thing when you're storing trading cards. So, not sure about that, but if you just keep the boxes by themselves, then I'm sure they'd just be very nice. And it's nice to see some original artwork with this as well. Now we're going to be setting this aside. So, the good stuff, our promo cards and our booster packs. Now, like I said, everything I pull from here, unless otherwise noted, is going to go into my eBay sales. The first and foremost thing to note is the Mewtwo EX and Mew EX promo cards. I sell those for $34.99 a pair with free tracked shipping included through the United States Postal Service. Now here we have our figurine. Let me see if I can get that a little bit closer for you. I would say it is not up to the quality of the other figurines I have recently experienced, particularly those from the red and blue box collection for Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Pikachu. This one just seems a little bit cheaper to me. It's like they made it from parts as opposed to a single mold. So, form your own opinions on that one, but for me, doesn't live up to the standards set by earlier releases. there. So now we have 3 booster packs, followed by our Mewtwo EX card. We're going to be very delicate with this. And then same on the other side, 3 booster packs, and our Mew EX booster card. And you can see here the code for the online trading card game. No, you can't have the code yourself. That's mine. So we're going to go ahead and insert these immediately. We're going to start a new page in my Ultra Pro binder, which is where I store all my items for sale. Go ahead and slide Mew in. I'm going to go ahead and slide Mewtwo in. Like I said, $34.99 for those pair. So let's dig out the rest of the booster packs. Now these you may be familiar with. These are box dividers for these fellers here. What I'm not overly thrilled about is when you buy an Elite or any Elite booster box that contains 8 or 10 booster packs, they give you 4 of these. And for this, they've only given us 10. Not only are the boxes longer, but there's 3 of them. You do the math, we've been shorted a couple of sorters. Maybe not that big a deal. I would have liked to have seen 12 or 15 personally. Plastic, goodbye. Now let's see what we've got for our booster packs. Should be 10 in total here. It's funny, I've read some Amazon reviews where people said they only got 7. I've also read a review where someone said they got 2 Mew EX promo cards instead of Mewtwo. Not sure how that ever happened, but as you can see, we've gotten everything that we are supposed to. We've got 3 for Pikachu, 3 for Charizard, 3 for Venusaur, and only 1 Lonely Blastoise. So, that concludes part 1. Part 2, we're going to go ahead and open these suckers up and see what we get. Alrighty, so here we go. Like I said before, we've got 3 Charizard, 3 Venusaur, 3 Pikachu, and 1 Blastoise. I do actually find that a bit unusual. With the Generations releases, they've typically been more even with their distribution. For example, if you were to purchase the Red and Blue EX box sets, you would get 1 of each. Or I always find with my Elite Trainer boxes getting 2 with 3 and 2 with 2. So this little Lonely Blastoise here, we're going to go ahead and put him out of his misery first. We're going to see what we have in here, if it's anything useful. Oops. So right away we can see we've got 2 foils. We have a reverse foil Snorlax, which will go in the free card bin. We have a Wally full foil RC27 out of 32 trainer from the Radiant collection. And then we have a standard Gyarados, which you can argue the pronunciation with me all you want. That's how I say it. So nothing fantastic. We've got a Revitalizer and a red card. Those will go to bulk trainer lots. And then we have our 5 commons, which I could really not care any less about. So Blastoise, made it in by accident, shall we say. Go ahead and move on to a Pikachu. Alright, once again, we've got 2 foils. We've got a reverse foil Raichu, which is actually worth $1 or $2, so that's nice. And we've got our full foil RC16 out of 32 Veltal. And then a standard Hitmonchan. Which again, all these standard foils and standard rares go into my free card promo. In the uncommons, we have a Clement and a Shauna. Again, they will go into the bulk trainer lots. And then we have 5 things we really wish we didn't. Venusaur's up next, and for third time lucky, I'm hoping for something a little bit better. Nope, we have another reverse rare Snorlax, an Altaria, full foil uncommon, and oh, what a surprise, another standard Gyarados. And then 2 more trainers. Well, we're off to a very uninspiring start. So far, nothing that would actually make its own online auction except the Raichu reverse foil. So after this pack, we're going to put that away. Charizard, do you hold luck for me? We do have a full art in here, and I believe it's in the right place for it to not be part of the Radiant collection, which is even better, I think. So, let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Another reverse foil Raichu. I will not complain at that. We have a full foil Diancie. And then we have, oh, it's Golem EX. So much anticipation, so much disappointment. And then we've got a Charmander, a Mr. Mime that no one cares about, and a Trainer. So let's go ahead and get some of these sources away, as I don't like to leave them out. Golem EX. Slide in there, and then our pair of Raichu reverse foils. Now, I do want to say at this point, I do price my eBay listings very aggressively. The reason for that being I'm going through a divorce, and I can afford to operate on the thinnest of margins if it means just generating some cash flow. So I would encourage you, if you are interested in any of these or any cards at all that I may have in my online auction, to check it out, TB Lightning 10, and see what may be of interest to you. Alright, we're on to our second Pikachu. And no full arts here. We're just going to go ahead and skip ahead. Reverse foil red card. Yveltal. I've already seen, and a Hitmonlee, quite possibly my least favorite rare out of this entire set. And then we've got a Team Flare Grunt, and Mr. Mime, and no one cares about you. I have an alarm going off, and I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, but fingers crossed for the interruption being the turning point we needed. As you can see, we have not had great results so far, haven't even pulled an EX from the Radiant collection, and those things just seem to show up like weeds most of the time. So we're on to Venusaur number 2. And looks like we've got a couple things in here. We've got reverse foil Meowth, a full art Pikachu, a Dodrio, right up there with Hitmonlee in my list of favorite things to get, and then one more trainer and a Metapod. Let's go ahead and see, that is the full art Pikachu card. I believe I sell those for around $1.70 to $1.99. And that is part of the Radiant collection, it should be noted. So again, one of those things that usually shows up like weeds. Alright, oh, here we go. Showing up like a weed. Mega Gardevoir EX. And I have to say this one looks a little off color, but that will go for about $2, $1.99 maybe, in my online auctions as well. And then we have one of my preferred foil cards from this set release, this Machamp, which I think has been done very nicely indeed, even though all of these are reprints from others, except for the Radiant collection. So there's our Mega Gardevoir EX. Take a look at that. Have to say, I think this is a very underrated card. The market has an exceptionally high demand for Mega Mewtwo EX with the Psychic Infinity attack. This does something very similar, except the card costs like 1/10 of the price. Brilliant Arrow. This attack does 30 damage times the amount of fairy energy attached to all of your Pokemon. I tell you, you build a deck around this and some Xernas breaks, you've got a very potent machine. In fact, that is the deck I rely on primarily in the online trading card game. You start off with a Xernas and use Geomancy to energy up your bench, throw in 4 max elixirs in there, and all of a sudden you're sitting on an attack that will easily do between 150 and 240 damage, which is enough to take care of just about anything. So, like I said, I think this is a very underrated card. I'm surprised more decks have not been built around it. We're going to go ahead and just slide you in. And in fact, the deck I just described to you is the deck I use in the online trading card game almost exclusively now that they've got the Volcanion EX glitch. So my Southern Summer deck is out of commission. Alrighty, our last Pikachu, and I can already see that there is something full art here along the bottom line. Let's hope it's in the right place. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it is in the right place. We've got a reverse foil Olympia. Oh, it was not in the right place. We've got a Flareon EX. That's very disappointing. And then, oh, hello, a non-foil Doug Trio and a Claremont Trainer card. So let's get that sorted out. Now, this Flareon EX card, not overly popular, certainly not compared to its sister card, the Flareon EX RC 28 of 32, as opposed to this one, which is RC 6 out of 32. Exactly the same card, except this one isn't covered in hearts, only ribbons. Perfectly fine if you're into hearts and ribbons, but if you like to play your decks with a little more masculinity behind them, then this probably isn't the card for you. So go ahead and swap that away. And like I said, lo and behold, I make the comment about these EX cards showing up like weeds for the Radiant collection, and of the 5 packs we've unwrapped, we've got 3 of them. The Pikachu, yes, it's not an EX, but it is considered an ultra rare full art. So make of that what you will. And that's going to go in the free card lot. That's going to go for trainers. And we are down to our last 2 chances to redeem this purchase. With our last Venusaur. And we're not looking promising here. We've got a reverse foil Rhyhorn, which is as useful as, well, a reverse foil Rhyhorn. Floette, and oh, Doug Trio again, surprise. Team Flare Grunt, we're going to call that the most useful card out of this pack. And yeah, wow, that was pretty terrible. Alright. Fingers crossed for best for last here, folks. Otherwise, we're in the red on this one. I can tell you that right now. Alright, I do see some full art, and we're going to jump straight to it. Oh, we did save the best for last. We have a full art Jolteon EX. Definitely one of, if not the most sought after card in the Generations set. I have seen these sell anywhere between $15 and, depending on the website, $35, which I think is ridiculous. I typically price mine at $17.49. So if you are in the market for a Jolteon EX, good news, I've got one for you. So we're going to go ahead and get you put away right now. In terms of the other cards that we did not look at in that, we've got a reverse foil Ponyta. Again, useless. Somehow in here I missed something. We've got a reverse foil Crushing Hammer, which is quite nice. We have another full art Pikachu, which is quite nice. Go ahead and slot that in. And then for our uncommons, we've got a Pokemon Center Lady and an Energy Switch, quite possibly the most useless trainer from this release. So there we have it. All of that. We didn't get a single reverse foil energy, which is quite unfortunate because I've got someone who's looking to get those. But we did do okay. We got a... let's see here. We got one foil rare in the Machamp. We got two reverse foil Snorlaxes, which aren't terrible, but they're not exactly sought after. Reverse foil Raichu, which is quite useful because this is a good precursor to the Raichu Break card that I believe came out with Breakthrough, but don't quote me on that. I know it's definitely Gen 6. Of course, all Break cards are Gen 6. So we've got our Mew and our Mewtwo EX, that's going to be $35. We've got our Golem, that's going to be about $2.50. A couple of Raichus add up to about $3. A couple of Pikachus add up to about $3 or $4. The Mega Gardevoir EX, it's a couple dollars right there. Flareon EX, that's going to be about $1.50. But our real kicker here was the Jolteon EX. That's going to be bringing in hopefully around $17 or $18, depending. Do keep in mind, for anyone interested in perusing my eBay listings, I currently have over 100 listings. They are a little bit trainer heavy right now. However, every listing is part of my free card promotion. There are various tiers based on the level of your spending, and you will get free cards included. Bottom tiers, you get a reverse foil common or uncommon. Next tier up is a rare and reverse foil uncommon or common, and for that you only need to spend more than $5. And in addition to that, I'm usually pretty generous. It is uncommon for me to include only what the promotion says you're going to be getting, because I have a lot of cards to get rid of. So there we have it, our unboxing. Cards made out okay. I'd call that an okay day. Our figurine here, which might be worth something to someone. I haven't actually tried to sell one of these yet. And then our box and our illustration collection. Now, that wraps up everything for the unboxing, parts 1 and 2. For anyone interested in seeing the illustration collection, I'm going to reposition the camera, get the book that I have open out, and show you a few pages from that.